Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals become underrated across the NFL landscape? We're going to talk about it here today. Thanks for tuning in to Rogue Football. I'm your host, Jordan Lugo. So, the Bengals, they are still widely respected as a playoff caliber team, but both ESPN and NFL.com have them as the 9th best team in the NFL. The Athletic has them at 9 as well. To me, that's just too damn low. Like 5th in the AFC according to NFL.com, 6th according to ESPN. We're going to talk about why I think the Bengals are primed for a bounce back year and why you should put some respect on their name. For starters, Joe Burrow. Ever heard of him? He's healthy. He's got the locks flowing. I think Joe Burrow is primed for a massive season. This is a quarterback that, again, when healthy throughout his young career, has been among the very best quarterbacks in the game. His moxie, his smarts, his playmaking ability, his accuracy and precision and timing are impeccable. You've got Jamar Chase still. You've got T. Higgins on the roster still. And oh, by the way, you add Jermaine Burton. Burton is not the veteran, obviously, that Tyler Boyd is, who is departing. Jermaine Burton's a rookie out of Alabama. But this is an extremely talented player with a better physical and athletic profile than Tyler Boyd, who is leaving. Obviously, Tyler Boyd has a lot of chemistry, a lot of experience in this league. But Jermaine Burton has upside. Like, this has the upside to be one of the most explosive receiving cores in the NFL, top 3 receivers in the NFL. Obviously, Jamar Chase is as good as it gets. T. Higgins is one of the very best wide receiver 2s in the league. Could be wide receiver 1 for a lot of teams. I think that when you talk about the offensive line, talking about this roster a little bit more, to me, they made some improvements here. Some pretty big improvements. Trent Brown, when healthy, he is good. He is an upgrade over what you had, in my opinion. And I absolutely love the Amarius Mims pick. At some point, you're probably going to have injuries on the offensive line. I think Amarius Mims, even though a lot of people look at him as a project type player, he's not. Like, does he have a ton of experience starting in college? No. But when you go check the tape is good. It doesn't show a project. It shows a mammoth of a human being who is a great athlete who knows how to play tackle at a high level. And I think he can play on either side. I really do. Amarius Mims was a great pick for the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, you want to talk about upgrading the interior, because they did need to upgrade the interior. They may not have spent big in terms of draft capital or bringing in a free agent to do so, but I think that there is a sneaky potential upgrade here along the interior for the Bengals as soon as 2024. Matt Lee, the center out of Miami, is a starting caliber player in this league, in my opinion. I had him as a borderline 3rd round, early 4th round type of prospect, again, because I think he can start in this league sooner rather than later. I'd like to see them maybe tinker with this offensive line. Ted Karras, he has played guard in this league. He's played guard at a high level in this league. Maybe you kick him over to left guard, you put Matt Lee in at center, and you potentially upgrade 2 spots on the offensive line this offseason. I think if you can do that, that's a big win for protecting Joe Burrow, protecting the investment. I love it. I would love if you have Matt Lee, who can be a starter, and Amarius Mims, who will be a long-term starter, potential Pro Bowler, out of one draft class. I think that could be really good for Joe Burrow. It could be really good for these Cincinnati Bengals. And I just think Matt Lee is a really underrated addition. I think that they really figured out how to maximize Chase Brown's athleticism last year down the stretch. I like what they have in him. I like Zach Moss as well, who they brought in. Obviously, you lose Joe Mixon, but I don't think that Mixon was adding that much to the Bengals in this current offense, the way that they operate. At tight end, Mike Gesicki comes in. He can produce catching passes from Joe Burrow, a very good athlete, great length. I like the Eric All and the Tanner McLaughlin picks later in the draft. Drew Sample, Tanner Hudson, they are fine depth as well. I think this offense is primed for a big, big year. They kept it in-house with the offensive coordinator, Dan Pitcher, after Callahan goes over to Tennessee to become their head coach. It's still Zach Taylor's show, though, and this is a team that kind of throughout every season of Joe Burrow's career with Zach Taylor, They tinker, they do little different things on the offense throughout the year, but by the time December hits, when Joe Burrow is healthy, this is a team that usually has it rolling on the offensive side of the ball and is ready to compete at a high level in the playoffs. For me, a healthy Burrow, and this is one of the best offenses in the NFL, bar none. I'm just excited about the defensive side of the ball as well. I know that there's some doubters out there, and I get it. They had a bad year in 2023, a really down year for this defense led by Lou Anarumo, but they still have Trey Hendrickson, who is a really, really good pass rusher in this league, right? You lose DJ Reader, but he's been injured a ton. So for me, you insert Sheldon Rankins and Chris Jenkins. Sheldon Rankins through free agency, Chris Jenkins through the draft. I think the aggregate of those two players, what they can give you, if they are healthy more often than Reader, you could actually get better results. Because Sheldon Rankins, he can be a dynamic interior pass rusher, and Chris Jenkins, he's one hell of a run defender. Incredible strength, reads the game well. I think with those two guys in the aggregate, if they are healthy more than more than DJ Reader was, you could get more production. I like the McKinley Jackson addition in the draft as well, a guy who can be a stout run defender. I'm also here for a year 2 Myles Murphy breakout. This is a really, really talented edge rusher. Unbelievable physical profile. I thought that they got an absolute steal with him in the draft in 2023. I think he's going to have a big year for them. I still think that Myles Murphy has a bright future ahead of him in the NFL with his size, strength, length, and pass rush profile and the ability to stop the run. They have awesome linebackers, Logan Wilson, Pratt, Davis Gaither. This is one of the better linebacker groups in the NFL. No questions about that. The crux, though, of why I believe this defense is really ready to flip the switch in 2024 comes down to safety play. Von Bell is back, baby, right? This is a guy who was a leader for this defense, spends a year down there in Carolina, comes right back to Cincinnati where he belongs. He is going to help get this defense back on track. And so is Geno Stone, who is a smart ball hawking safety. I think these are the two guys that really help Big Lou get this defense back on track. And then Jordan Battle, he really turned it on down the stretch, the safety out of Alabama, the rookie in 2023. So I think they have a nice group of 3 safeties that they can feel really good about. Their plan at safety did not really work in 2023. I think they have a much better plan in 2024. And then the top 3 corners, Cam Taylor-Britt, DJ Turner, Hilton in the slot. I'm good with that. Turner, for me, he's one of the fastest corners in the league, one of the fastest players on the planet. He's heading into year 2. He did not play as well in year 1 as you would have liked, but he had to play a ton as a rookie corner. That is a tough job, right? I think he will improve greatly. I really do. Cam Taylor-Britt is a very physical corner, a guy who missed some time last year. I think he's a good starting corner in this league. Hilton's one of the best slot players around. I think it is time for Lou Anarumo to get it cooking this year. I can really see it. I think they made a lot of nice upgrades on the defensive side of the ball, and I think with a little bit better injury luck in 2024, this will more resemble the team that you saw that could go out there and be a game plan oriented defense led by Lou Anarumo and a defense that has talent at all 3 levels. So the Bengals, again, viewed as like a fringe top 10 team right now for many. To me, this is a top 5 team in the NFL. Insane combination of quarterback and top 2 wide receivers, should be an improved offensive line, should be a much improved defense led by the upgrades at safety. This is my 4th ranked team in the NFL right now. 3rd in the AFC. If things fall right for the Bengals, they could very well be the team taking on the Chiefs in the AFC title game. And if I'm the Chiefs, probably the last team I want to see. If you're a Bengals fan, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Y'all have a good one.